Okay, thanks, Kim. Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. This is our bi-monthly commercial meeting, and we're going to record this session as always, so we can share with you afterwards. We have the pleasure to have Crexi on the call today. We're going to hear from Andrew, and he might have additional guests that he want to share with us as well. Andrew going to give us kind of the rundown about Crexi, what the system is all about, how we can use it to our advantage, and maybe some specials that they have for our group. So Andrew, take it from here.
Yeah, Kim, thank you so much for setting this up. I have to thank Jason too. I know he's not on just yet. I see some familiar faces. David, I know we've talked in the past as well. But really just wanted to share more about what we're doing over here at Crexi, the growth we've seen in your guys' market and kind of South Bay, South LA. And obviously share my screen to get to the meat and potatoes. For those that aren't familiar with Crexi, we're a 7-year-old company built for brokers by brokers. So wanted to create a one-stop shop for people like yourself to list their commercial, land, or multifamily deals, get in direct contact with buyers, investors, tenants, developers, depending on the deals you're doing, and then also get access to sales comps, nationwide parcel record info, all at a pretty fair price. I'm Andrew. I used to work at JLL in the central LA industrial market, so Commerce Vernon, used all different sorts of marketing platforms and everything else, made the jump to Crexi about 2 years ago and now oversee the West region. So happy to kind of show you guys what we got. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Kim, can you guys see this okay? I just want to confirm.
Yep, we can see it.
Perfect. So the goal for the call today is just give everyone a quick snapshot of what's going on at Crexi, how we're working. I'm going to work with Manny and Jason to figure out, one, who's interested. I'll send out a Google form to get a hand raised if you're interested in Crexi Pro. And then two, once I consolidate numbers, I can go back to my team, figure out what the best kind of office rate is for you all, but hoping to show you the value of how we're seeing day in, day out brokers leverage Crexi and Crexi Pro specifically. So the first thing we're looking at is our open marketplace. So it's open for brokers to list. It's open for buyers, investors, tenants, and developers to search. So why that's important, there's no pay barriers to entry for the everyday consumer. If I'm a buyer and I'm looking, call it for multifamily in the South Bay area, I can quickly run a search. Let's say I'm looking in the $1 to $5 million range. I'm going to be able to see a quick snapshot of every and any deal that we have going on in the South Bay with a quick click of a button. Now, the first thing we do for you on Crexi Pro is, one, we're going to push your deal up to the top. If you've got a multifamily deal that fits this buyer search criteria, you're going to be fed to the top like Century 21, like Step Commercial, like the CBC Blair, along with the Lionsgall folks as well. We're working with every and any asset under the sun except for built single-family homes. We're not trying to compete with the Zillow or Redfin out there. So that's kind of step one of the Pro platform. Step two is, since we're a 7-year-old company, we're built off back-end AI kind of tracking technology to follow, search, and see what these buyers, what these tenants, what these investors are looking for. So if you all have a deal that fit this buyer search criteria, but they don't click on it, without you lifting a finger, without you touching a button, we're going to automatically send your deal to this buyer's inbox. And I'll show you what that looks like to help drive activity back to it. Everyone, feel free to come off mute if you have questions, but otherwise I'll just continue on. I want to keep this interactive if possible. Putting our broker hats on, right? All you have to do is hover over your name, click My Listings. So as a listing broker, if you're carrying commercial land or multifamily sale or lease deals, this is where you'll live day in, day out if you're control center. You'll be able to dive quickly into any and every deal. For this scenario, I brought up a industrial South Bay deal. This is Dave Foltz over at Voight. First thing you're going to see from this property, activities through the roof. We even brought him an offer for his industrial space. As I mentioned, the way we're bringing this activity is based off of monthly marketing campaigns to a targeted group of buyers on a monthly basis. So you can see here, just on July 7th, we sent out his portfolio of deals branded to Voight, his couple listings he's got on the market with his info at the bottom, to 2,945 people, which resulted in 30 new clicks on his listing. Cool part is rather than just give you the information or give you the numbers of what's going on, we're actually going to give you full buyer contact info, first name, last name, phone number, email, once a person interacts with your listing on those marketing campaigns or on Crexi. Now, on the free side of Crexi, you are just going to get first name, last initial. Once you make that jump to Pro, that's where we are going to market all of your listings on a monthly basis because we're an unlimited listings platform. Get you full contact info of buyers checking out your deals and or tenants if it's a lease deal. And on top of that, rather than ask you to toggle into Crexi, we can get you set up on a daily or weekly lead report. And it's essentially going to give you an Excel export of every single person that's looked at your specific property. So quickly here, I'd exported this lead report. We can get you set up on a daily or weekly cadence, and it's going to give you every single person's name, first name, last name, what their level of interest was on your deal, phone number, email, and then what type of persona are they? Are they a principal, which is a buyer, or are they a broker agent, who I might not want to call? And then where they're located, of course. So quick recap. Kim, you got a question?
I do. You said on the free version, it will have their first name and their last initial, but will it also have their contact info still?
No, so free version is just first name, last initial. There'll be red tape on the area I'm highlighting, right? You'll still be able to contact them through Crexi, through a messaging portal, but once you make that jump to Pro, it is retroactive. So any old deals anyone has up on our site, you'll get buyer info and tenant info. And moving forward, we'll market your deal, send you emails of the first name, last name, phone number, email, so you can follow up directly with these buyers and or principals or tenants looking at your deal.
Okay, thank you. And when you contact them through Crexi, do they get some type of notification in their email that someone has, or do they log on to the portal?
So on the free side, when you message them through Crexi, it creates a two-way messaging portal. They would have to toggle back into Crexi to get your information and be able to reach out. So it's kind of like the middleman, so to speak. Whereas once you make the jump to Pro, you can give them a shout on their cell phone, reach out to them directly over email, drop them in your database, hoping that's a buyer for your deal or a potential opportunity in the future.
Thank you.
No problem. So again, a couple ways when I use this as a broker, obviously one, a call list, right? These people are direct principals or buyers that are actively looking for a deal similar to yours. We use that matchmaking technology similar to a Netflix. I always assimilate this to my wife loves these kind of silly reality TV shows like a Love Island. So when I go back to Netflix and I get recommended shows, it's similar reality TV shows to Love Island, Love is Blind, 90 Day Fiance, Bachelor in Paradise, etc. That is what we're doing with these principals on these marketing campaigns on a monthly basis. So these 2,945 people are not spray and praying everyone on Crexi. They're specific people looking for, in this case, industrial warehouse space in the South Bay or Orange County market that we were able to matchmake Dave Foltz's deal to. And in turn, he's getting their full contact info once they click, once they view, or once they download the brochure. That is then your buyer to work with. You can work with them on your specific deal or another buyer's rep opportunity, but 9 times out of 10, they're unrepresented, just searching the market for themselves. That is our open marketplace. I know I kind of breezed through it. Anyone have any questions? Again, feel free to bop off mute and happy to answer anything anyone's got. Silence is bliss. I must be doing a good job. Cool. So next up on Crexi Pro, yes.
Yeah, question. You said that you can actually see the name, phone number, and email address. That is if they are logged in, right? So if they're not logged in, you're not going to capture that, are you?
Great question. So our database is now 20 million large. We have 5.5 million coming back on a monthly cadence. This bucket here on the back end of your deal, the 839 page views are people with an internet connection that's looked at your property. This 283 visitors are people with a specific Crexi account. And then obviously offers open flyers is that deeper buy action that this buyer or this broker took on your listing. Make sense, David?
I just want to understand. So they have to be logged in as signed in order to be able to, for you guys to capture this information. Is that correct?
Let me show you.
Okay.
So if I go back to our open marketplace and I'm looking at Johnny Stiegler's Pro deal on Crexi, if I log out of my Crexi account as just an everyday buyer that's been driven to the website, it says sign up or log in. I'm still going to be able to see all of David's deal info, days on market, sale price, marketing description, etc. If I, as the buyer, want to take an action to reach out to Johnny or check out his flyer, that's where Crexi prompts me to create a login. So it takes 30 seconds. I self-input my first name, last name, email, select my industry role. We then verify their email and phone number through verification methods and reCAPTCHA to make sure that they are not a bot. Once that buyer inputs his information and I log back in, it's going to give me full deal info. And in turn, Johnny, the pro broker, is going to get my contact info saying Andrew Hotchkiss, a buyer with this phone number, this email, clicked on my deal.
Got it. Thank you.
That help? Yeah, no problem. The marketing campaigns are going out to our Crexi database. So those are already people's contact info we have and who we know are looking for similar listings. For people that are finding us through natural migration, we spend about $1 to $2 million in Google SEO, SEM search. So constantly trying to make sure we're getting the word out either on weather.com, top of Google search, ESPN.com ads, etc. Thanks for the question, David. Next up, this is a brand new tool that we've released within the last couple months, is our sales comps and parcel map database. So why this is important, if there are agents or brokers out there looking to pick up new deals or out there hunting, looking to build relationships with owners, a great way to do that is through our sales comp side on Crexi Pro. So here you can search nationwide. We don't bucket you by county or area. You're able to get a quick snapshot of how the market's trending with sales comps. Just opening up one of these sales comps, you're going to get full property details, when it was closed, etc. Let me just log in here super quick, on board later. So here you're going to get obviously public record sales comps. We pull our comps two ways. One, broker reported. Second, public record, giving you full property details, what the type of asset it is, sale price, price per unit, price per square foot. Most importantly, though, on Crexi Pro, we're not only going to give you the trust or the LLC, but we take it a step further, pierce that together, and get you the owner's first name, last name, and then phone numbers and emails as well. We don't only have this for all sales comps that we have in our database, but also parcel record details, which I can show you in one sec. But this is the biggest kicker and thing that we've added on for folks looking to pick up new business or find new deals, is the ownership info for our sales comps. And then, as I mentioned, the ownership info for parcels too. So if you're driving the market or you're just on your laptop and you see a deal you think your client might like, you can zoom in on the map or type in that specific address. And then all you have to do is click on the parcel box that pops up. We do have this for all residential and commercial parcels, where all you have to do is click view parcel record. It's going to give you the property details in a similar fashion to what that sales comp looks like, just no comp info. And then location, lot, building details, as well as that ownership contact info. So we can see this trust owns it, the Esther A. Torres Trust. And then we have Esther Torres with a bunch of different phone numbers for you guys to call on, hopefully pick up some new business, pick up some new deals, etc. Questions? Cool. So quick recap. Crexi Pro, unlimited listings. We will push your deals up to the top when people are searching the open marketplace. We will send out monthly marketing campaigns for all your listings on a monthly basis directly to specific people looking for those types of deals, get you their full info, which is exportable. And now we do have access to the nationwide sales comps and parcel record database with that ownership info, and that is also exportable to drop in your database. What does everyone think? Tim, I think you might still be on mute.
I must have muted them all.
That's all right.
Any feedback, anybody?
Well, I have a lot of questions, Andrew.
Yeah.
How is this different from CoStar?
How's this different than CoStar?
Yes.
Yeah, so the four ways I say we're different than the competition is one, David, if you sign up for Crexi Pro, any deal you are listed or co-listed on will get the pro attention because we're an unlimited listings platform. Two, there's no pay barriers to entry. So you don't have to be a paying member of Crexi to see the active deals on the market, which is why we're seeing a ton of principal or buyer traffic come to our website. Three, we take a proactive approach with your listings, which no one else out there is doing. So instead of waiting for people to reach out to you to request more info, we're going to bat, marketing your deal on the sales side to 1,000 to 4,000 people on a monthly basis. Leasing side, since it's more localized, it's like 400 to 800 people on a monthly basis, and then getting you their full contact info. And then finally, on the comps and ownership side, we're getting you access to all parcels, all sales comps, not only the LLC or the trust, but the owner's first name, last name, phone number, and email. So you guys can follow up directly, wheel and deal what you do best, and try to get a new listing or plug an off-market buyer into an off-market property you came across. Make sense? Cool. As Manny mentioned, I'm working with him and Jason to figure out what the best team rate I can get for you guys is. Typical pricing for pro, for all sale, all lease deals, pushing those up to the top, monthly marketing campaigns, sales comp info and ownership info is $400 a month. What I'm trying to do with Manny and Jason is get you guys into the low to mid 200s. I just need enough people interested so I can work with them on how that would work. I dropped in a Google form into the chat. If you guys could just take a quick sec on who's interested, there's a quick yes, no, or already on Crexi Pro. I outlined everything in there in terms of what Crexi Pro gets you. Once I have numbers back, happy to answer any questions directly. I dropped my contact info into the chat, but I'll be working with Kim, Manny, and Jason on coming up with a competitive proposal for you guys. In your market, we're seeing major market movement. Dave Foltz from Voight, CBC Blair, Remax Masters, Asheville Orange are all leveraging Crexi for the sole purpose of exposure to find new buyers, new tenants for their listings, as well as the ownership side to be able to pick up new deals. Happy to hang around for any questions, but I know you guys got the rest of the meeting to run. So Kim, Manny, you let me know what works.
Yeah, we will. And also, just so everyone knows, I'll also send out a follow-up email to you all with this link here for the form, just in case someone's driving or whatever and can't open it right now. But, you know, definitely something you want to take advantage of, at least find out more information. And as Andrew said, the more people that show interest, the more of an opportunity there is for us to work out something. So any other questions or comments from anyone? Let's see, Elizabeth. Do you see that, Andrew?
Yep, I responded. Hey, Elizabeth, yes, you can pull reports on Crexi of active sale, active lease deals, and then obviously sales comps as well to run reports on what the market's doing, how the market's looking to help you go to a listing appointment, put together a broker's opinion of value to say, hey, this is our competition in the market. These are the deals we need to be aware of, et cetera, to make sure you're pricing your deal out appropriately.
Great. Yeah. Elizabeth had asked if there was an option to print reports out like on CoStar. Okay. All right. Well, if there are no other questions, like I said, I'll send out this form so you all have it along with the recording. So if you missed any part of Andrew's presentation, you can give that another look. And then thank you, Andrew. We'll look forward to hearing from you in the future.
Sounds good. I'll reach out to Kim and Manny, but I can, I'll hop off and I put my contact info in case anyone's got any specific questions as well. So thanks so much.
Perfect. Thanks. So anyone else have anything they'd like to give a shout out? Any looking for any buyer needs or any listings they want to pitch? David, did you have something?
Yeah, I do. I'm looking for a space for manufacturing, specifically for a kitchen, a bakery.
Okay.
Minimum 3,000 square foot and up to 4,200 square foot. Prefer in west side, not west that I'm talking about west of 405 or maybe close to 405, close to the freeway.
Got it.
That's for lease.
David, do they want to buy property or just a business?
They want to lease the space. If I can, if I can make a deal for them that they can buy it.
So if it's existing business, they'd be interested?
Are you talking about the one on Robertson?
Yeah.
Yeah, I took them there and they didn't like the space, so they want a little bit bigger.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Perfect. David, did you throw that in the commercial WhatsApp yet?
I was going to today.
Yeah, okay, good, great.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. Anybody else? Any new listings they'd like to throw out there? No?
Nothing right now.
Okay. All right, all. Then thank you for being here. Have a great rest of your week. And as I mentioned, I'll send out the recording and Andrew's link later today. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Kim.
Thank you.